It don't matter the color of the skin, either woman or man, just let the case land. It's here, it's in safe hands. This is God work, not a fake plan. Too many kids being found in these lakes, man. This is MTGV, and you with Miss V. She keep her ear to the
Welcome in, everybody.
This is the place that you wanna be, but all trolls we delete, you better believe. Just so you know we don't go for those that's taking these souls, we know. But it's getting so
The Detroit man charged in connection to the death and sexual assault of 13-year-old ZIYAH Harris is back in court.
Prosecutors say 41-year-old Jarvis Butts killed Harris after finding out that she was pregnant with his child. Our Sean Lay joins us now live at the courthouse with more on this disturbing story and Jarvis's day in court, Sean.
True Crime TV.
This is a day in court to see if he's going to be moved on to face murder charges, sexual assault charges, and more. So it's called a preliminary exam. It just got underway about an hour ago. And what we're looking for is digging deeper into what we can find out about what happened in the days and hours leading up to the ZIYAH Harris disappearing. So many in the community looking for her, and then what ultimately happened to her. So Jarvis Butts is in the courtroom. Let's talk about this because we're talking about back in January, Jarvis Butts was with ZIYAH Harris, according to the first witness on the stand, a co-worker of Butts. These guys worked on cars together. They had their own auto shop. And apparently, according to this first witness up today, guys, that Jarvis Butts, who is the suspect here, the defendant, was with Harris the day she went missing, the night she went missing, and he was introducing her around as his niece. She is not his niece, but related to someone that Butts was close to. So that is the time when the man who ran and owned the shop closed up shop and left Butts and the ZIYAH Harris, and he figured, I suppose, that they were going to go home, but then he never saw the teenager again. And that's the first witness up here, guys. And we're talking about the charges here against Jarvis Butts is really extensive here. We're talking about homicide, premeditated of ZIYAH Harris. And then a child sexually abusive activity, dealing directly with, again, 13-year-old ZIYAH Harris, because she was apparently impregnated by Butts, and this was a motivating factor, and criminal sexual conduct of a minor, maybe other charges as well involving other victims. So this just got underway. We're told, Rhonda, it's going to be a day-long exam, and that's just scratching the surface. So we hope to learn much more about everything about this, because young girl's body has never been found. So we're going to go back in here, and we'll have it all for you on Local 4. Back.
Welcome in, everybody. So y'all see who we talking about. ZIYAH Harris. We've been talking about her for the past 4 to 6 months. Welcome in, everybody. Shout out to Bronze being the first in the building. Welcome in, fam. Shout out to my Sleuth family in the building. We got Bronze. Shout out to Energy on High. And shout out to Sherry. Sherry, you got to give me a call. I sent you a message on one of the comments, but I don't know if you've seen it. But I want you to give me a call, Sherry, after this live stream. So we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff today. I've been doing a little bit of digging, and it's just been certain things that I wanted to know about this case. And first of all, where is ZIYAH? We want to know, where is ZIYAH? And why is everybody keeping all of these secrets? Where did it all start? You know, like, it's been a lot going on since my last live stream. And I've been doing a lot of thinking. And I don't believe that this even started with Annette. I believe that this is so deep that we couldn't even imagine how deep this goes. So if y'all remember the last live stream, we talked about one of the things we talked about was Roxy and her mom, because Roxy actually came on and told us that her mother was a foster child. And that's how she came into this world. So, you know, I'm trying to figure out I'm wondering who was the foster brother that did this to Roxy's mom. because I'm reminded of a live stream. It was on Mark D. And somebody asked Roxy, how was she related to ZIYAH? And it stuck out to me. I mean, even this long ago, because she's like, I'm glad you asked me that question. But she never answered that question. She didn't. She did not answer how they were family. And I'm still curious to know that, because I remember her saying that her mother was a foster child and the foster brother did this. The foster mother covered for her son. I believe the foster mother's name was Tony Gamble. Correct me if I'm wrong. If any of ZIYAH's family comes across this video, it looks like her foster mother was Tony Gamble. Now, it's a couple last names. It's Gamble. It's more than just these, but it's Gamble, it's Bussy, and it's Harris. I believe that Annette has gone by all of those names. Since we started with King, you know, with that little news clip, let me play this.
You guys eventually leave the shop?
Yes.
Who all leaves the shop?
Me, Jarvis, and his niece.
Okay. And tell me about the driving arrangements.
So I drove my 300 and Jarvis drove the Jaguar.
When they left, whose car were they leaving in?
Cordell's truck.
And all three of them were in the same car?
Yes.
And you said that they were delivering the Jaguar to your mom or to your house, right?
Yes.
After that interaction was over, did the three of them, Cordell, Jarvis, and ZIYAH, leave your house?
Yes.
Okay. And as far as you know, they were headed back to Detroit, correct?
Correct.
You guys eventually leave the shop?
Yes.
Who all leaves the shop?
Me, Jarvis, and his niece.
Okay. And tell me about the driving arrangements.
So I drove my 300 and Jarvis drove the Jaguar.
So notice how he said he drove the 300, but she said that he drove a truck. So which was it? We know they can't drive 3 vehicles. So which one did they drive? I really don't know. But I'm just showing that a lot of things that we seen was inconsistent when it comes down to the statements that we heard. Yeah, so Sherry said, Miss V, I don't know if Roxy's mom is blood related or if it's because of the foster mother. Not sure. Right, but if she was adopted into a family, the Gamble family, I mean, if she was a foster of the Gamble family and her stepbrother impregnated her, then that would make Roxy part of the Gamble family. I mean, she a part of it too because she was fostered in. And so, yeah, I don't know if Eric Gamble has anything to do with Roxy, but that's looking like that's the side that is from, that she's her father is from. Because I also ran across the other grandmother, which would be Kenya's mother. So I know that Tony Gamble is not Kenya's real mother, because we seen a picture of her real mother and she looks like her mother actually. So what I don't know is Annette's maiden name Gamble. And I know, did y'all get rid of that in the chat? I see some, let me get rid of it because I can still see it. If y'all could please check the trolls in the chat. Anybody come typing anything crazy? Oh, BFF is here. So welcome in, BFF. But shout out to all my moderators. If you see something in there like what he was just typing, spam in the chat, and the word that he typed, they gotta go instantly. Shout out to Fire in the building. People are so ignorant. Welcome to Energy on High. We definitely want to keep high energy up in here. No troll energy allowed here. Energy zappers. Thank you, Bronze. Shout out to Kathleen Hurd. She said they keep saying Harris is her married name, but they always referred to it as if, her maiden name. I don't know why this thing is doing that. That's her maiden name. Kenya says Annette and she are first cousins. She stated Gamble is her maiden name. And that's what I believe too, Kathleen. I remember hearing Gamble. So I believe that that's right. Let me see something. Did I put that in here? Well, I also remember hearing about a Charles Bussey. Right? It was said that guy, Charles, was Annette's husband. Welcome in, Auntie. Welcome in. Thank you for dropping down in the chat. But Charles Bussey was old, very old. Charles Bussey, however you say it, he had at least 23 years on her. Do anybody know who Annette's son is? The oldest son. This is another thing. Like, is this Jarvis's mother or grandmother? I think that's his mother. I don't even think I put the main thing in here that I need. Let me go through these clips because I'm gonna have to delete some stuff out of here. But I want to know if this is his mother or grandmother. I think it's his mother. I'm not sure. So we thinking Gamble is the maiden name. I don't know if she was married to Charles or not, but I'm definitely seeing Bussey, Harris, and Gamble.
I just be trying to make sure I be around the right people. Because if I had God was telling me soon as I say what I got to say on this, everybody going to turn their back. So that's why I'm just taking it day by day. For real. I just be trying to make sure I be around the right people.
And he's confident that everybody going to turn their back soon as he says something. It's like it's something that everybody knows about, but few talk about. It's been going on for so long. That's what it's seeming like to me. Deep, dark secrets. Because a lot of it just... the movements, the things that... some of the things that's being protected don't make sense to me.
Out of the 20s, which one you gravitate more to? Like, which one had a better relationship with? The best relationship, which one? Marquita or Shannon?
Marquita.
Marquita.
I had one with Shannon too, but it was Marquita. Yeah.
So what about Shannon pulled you away from her?
Her baby daddy.
I'll repeat the question.
Her baby daddy. Can you repeat the question again, though?
Out of the 20s, which one you gravitate more to?
Now, he clearly said that her baby daddy is what put him away from Shannon. He said Marquita is, closer relationship. Do y'all feel like Marquita is just as involved? And he felt helpless in that household too. I wonder where was Annette and what did Annette have to say when Jarvis would come over there choking her out, putting hands on her. Like, what?
I mean, him and I looked at him like my auntie baby daddy, I kept it pushing. Okay, that's my auntie baby daddy. Simple. And whatever they had going on between him and my auntie, it was like, you feel me? I was a kid, you feel me? Right. It wasn't nothing I can do. Right. Stay in the kid's place for real. The only thing, like, where I come in at is like, because I was the only male in the house, and it was my little cousin. But besides that, I was the older male, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was protective of my aunties. I ain't like seeing her baby daddy come over there and choke my auntie. Oh, none of that. I'm the man in the house. Ain't none of that going on around here. Because other kids live in this house, and they got to watch that too. I mean, him and I looked at him like.
So he was the oldest boy of the house. Wasn't no man in the house. And he felt helpless. He had to stay in a kid's place. I'm sure they heard that a lot. Mind your business. Do as we say, not as we do. Where are all the fathers? If you think about it. I mean, besides like Marquita and Shannon, we know who their fathers are, but I'm talking about Lady. Who is their father? Who is Shannon and Marquita's dad? Who's Florentino's dad? Like, nobody talks about the fathers. But Roxy came out and said that about her mother, and that's what made me go down like, well, damn, how are they in this family? Like, so they were RAP'd into this family? And I'm going to look at the chat in a second, y'all. I just want to get rid of these.
She's not that type. She was genuine. She was strict. Like, if y'all, trust me, shout out to the strict parents. If y'all got strict parents, y'all know. I was strict parents. I was raised by, like, my mama, Kenyatta, which is, you feel me, Lady, that's what everybody know her as. My mama, she used to do a lot of stuff. Like, she was a, jack of all trades. She made sure me and my sister were straight at all times. But it just, when she met this one little female, and she let that female come around, my mama was working, when you try to work somebody out and you got a mate, and you're trying to tell them, like, okay, y'all, if you gonna be here, you feel me, and we together and stuff, let's work together. Can you help me with the kids and stuff like that? I was going to school. She was trying to help. Yeah, like, she left in ZIYAH. It was one day, my mom went to work, and she left my little sister there with her girlfriend, and her girlfriend left. My little sister at the house by herself. Hell no. She walked outside. Yeah. Nope. Not for real though, but that's where, you feel me, she messed up at. Yeah. She let somebody come in and tear what we had. And that's the sad part. Don't bash my mom. I ain't gonna lie. She was a great mom. She just, she got, she dealing with her, blinded, her addiction. That ain't easy. She not that type. She was genuine. She was strict. Like,
notice he said, don't bash my mom, because they was kind of saying stuff about his mother, and he's standing up for him. But he said, she was there for him up until the girlfriend left ZIYAH at home by herself, and ZIYAH went outside. But we didn't get the rest of the story because they started talking and all that stuff. So I couldn't listen to the whole thing. So I don't know if he went back to it or not, but what happened all of a sudden? And then I remember hearing that she ran away at 13. Janelle said that. But she didn't have Vari at that young of an age. Were there children before that and we just don't know about? Because according to the video that we did the last live stream, it was said by Candace, that is others. It's a lot of them in a landfill. It was so much said in that last video between Candace Starr and Rain of Fire. It was a lot. And a lot of it made sense too. We also gotta remember, and shout out to Fire, we gotta remember those addresses and JoJo, because the 2540 and the 2543, well, 2540 was the friend's address that JoJo was taken to. 2543 was the address that Rain of Fire gave. And Rain of Fire also gave a zip code that was only one number off from the zip code in that area. So maybe they need to check that friend's house. Who is the friend that lived there? I'm wondering if, like, Kiwana and Kenya knows who lives at that address. Maybe they could help that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, answer some of these questions that could help connect some dots. Fire said, right, I believe him. Okay, let me come down here. Wait, let me go through this. Make sure I got all of them, because I got to delete these right quick.
One day my mom came from out of town just to come see and visit me and my little sister, and he came to see his kids, and he was in the driveway, and I'm next door at my man's house. I come outside, my little sister in the passenger seat inside his car, and his daughter in the back, which is ZIYAH, my little cousin, which is Shan's daughter. I look in the passenger seat, and I tell, I'm getting mad. I'm like, I'm at this point, I'm cussing at my little sister. You feel me? Even though I ain't mean to, but I'm being a big brother. Like, what you doing inside a grown man face? Get out the car, go in the house. That's what I said. Get out the car, go in the house. Walked around to his car. Roll your window down, bro. He didn't want to roll his window down. He stepped out his car, opened the door. He like, what's happening, little nigga? I got triggered because I'm like, hold on, bro. Right. But I'm trying to talk to you. You feel me? You instantly triggering. You don't know what I'm talking to you about. It could be about anything.
Right. So I mean, what was her reaction with that? Like as far as what you?
We was trying to get in fight and stuff. Like we was trying to get into it. Like when he came out the car and stuff, and he got rowdy and stuff. We got the skirting up and stuff. But
you and this grown man.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Big Bromo.
It was crazy. Big Bromo. I mean, I was in the streets. You feel me? I had my little toolie on me. You know, not to really blow all that off. I had to stay protected myself. Right. Even though, you feel me? I don't got no, opposition or nothing out here. I'm not doing nothing bad. It'd be too much going on. I got a daughter. I'm not finna be with my daughter and somebody try to rob me. You feel me?
I'd rather it be you than me.
Yeah. One day my mom came from.
They was fed to the belly of the beast. Like he just said one time, my mom came to visit us. So he does things regardless to if lady is there or not, which means that it seems like he got a clearance to do whatever he wants, and everybody know. Because, I mean, I heard lady saying, I played one of my old videos and I heard her say that she's been up to the shop before. So, I mean, she got a connection with him too. Because why would she be going up to the shop? It's a lot going on. And then we got all of these ladies too. The baby mamas. And we know that he's, tampered with some of their kids. I don't know if it's one on here, but yeah. As a matter of fact, it is one on here.
Hey y'all, I'm Rainbow. No, don't pay them. Come down to 3 miles. But hey viewers. Hey, right here at this part. Hey y'all, I'm Rainbow. No, don't pay them. Come down to 3 miles.
Now you can tell that ZIYAH had a funny, friendly personality, and Dre even described her that way, that she was like a silly, fun-loving type of kid, happy type of kid, even in her environment. So that also let me know that it was her norm.
Hey y'all.
And why did she think she was Rainbow? I know I ain't reading too much into that. Okay, let me see something. Fire said, wow. Yeah, why? I mean, I've pointed this out before. And this right here, I'm pointing out King, as he was walking into the court, and they asked him if he seen Jarvis. He was sitting right there. I mean, yeah, they was kind of covering him up. That's the evidence and stuff that they collected from one of his girls' houses, or the Wilshire address, if I'm saying that right. But yeah, Jarvis sitting right there. He didn't see him. He stood up to look at him, and he still didn't see him. Not only didn't he see him, the auntie, his son's King's son's aunt, didn't see him. Well, she seen him, but she said all I see is the top of his head. So she wasn't sure if it was him, I guess. So they made Jarvis take his hat down. I kind of gave her an excuse. A pass, because she don't know him like that. And Jarvis's hair was different. Because the guy that used to get his oil changes by Jarvis said that he looked like a Mexican up in there, and he didn't look like that when he would see him at the shop. You know, he would have a ponytail, messy ponytail, whatever. I think he touched her too. You think he... Wait, who? You think who touched? Yes, gave her one too. Who was the her you think he touched too? Oh, King. Yes, man. Like, that was asked too, but I can't remember what was said. Ain't no way he don't know, though. Shout out to T Beezy in the building. Shout out to my sniper. I think King touched me. Okay, thank you. Yes, because I be done said something. I be like, what I just say? But yes, that's crazy. He had to know. Like they say, birds of a feather flock together. You're not going to be hanging around somebody with that type of information on his record and be cool with it, and then continue to connect with them every time they get locked up. He get locked up, and then they right back together. But some people described him as his lover, and that phone call, it kind of gave me that vibe when he was like, man, call a little girl up there, bro, have her get my whatever. And I had that conversation too. Dang it. I've been distracted these past few days that I ain't even have put everything in here that I wanted. Oh, yeah, let me get this. And just ironically, we was just talking about Kanika Jenkins, and her mother got her a new headstone that's made. It's a nice one, or got her a headstone, period. Not Naziah, but Kanika came up when we were playing Candace Starr's reading. Straight madness, East Dad said. Welcome in, East Dad. How you doing, Spicy? She said, I'm Rainbow. That's what I was talking about. Oh, Miss V. Then they laughed. Yeah, it's like, I didn't know if they was like already in a conversation, or if it was like a throw off laugh or whatever. But that whole thing was kind of weird. But one thing I noticed about that event, towards the end, the girl, I think the person that was recording was Jasmine, because the girl said, the lady at the end said, "Here, Jasmine," or whatever. So I caught that. It looked like I seen her there. Jasmine is what, one of Jarvis's, the one that I guess he was taken to the prom. The one that I guess he was taken to the prom. Now, when I talked to Dre told me that Shannon hangs with one of Jarvis's daughters. And I asked him, was she the one that he went to the prom? He took to the prom. And he said that he wasn't sure because he ain't never seen her dressed up like that and all of this. He said that she actually had a boy haircut at the time. So one thing that I'm noticing, because I found the daughter that I'm speaking of, I found her page a while ago, months ago. And I noticed that there was a picture of her and Jarvis besides when she went to the prom or whatever. And she made a post and was like, the best dad in the world or whatever. And one of the things that stuck out to me is that I noticed that he liked it, but he didn't comment at all. He just liked it. And I'm thinking, that's odd. When I seen him walking her with that prom dress, I thought, when I initially seen it, I wondered how well did he know her. But I also wondered what was going through his mind. Like, because when I first seen it, I'm thinking, okay, maybe he really don't know her like that. And this is first time kind of coming around. I really didn't know. But then when I looked and seen those pictures, and I just wondered. Because anybody that he's around, you got to be concerned about him. Because ain't nothing good gonna come from this dude being around anybody. I've been looking, and everybody that is attached to him, whether it be his kids' mothers or this family, they are, it's like you see a lot of alcohol, you see a lot of drinking, and you see a lot of rainbows. Okay. Yeah, even his kids' mothers, like one of them, I was just browsing. I'm like, oh, okay. Then we know what we heard about Shannon and her cousin. So then we know what we heard about Lady. Like, we just heard Vari say that she had a girlfriend. We heard Naziah's father say that, she was into women, and the other stuff. He said powder was her choice or whatnot. Welcome in, Mushy. If I didn't say, I believe the whole family knows Miss V, but it's like they took an oath to keep their mouths closed. Yep. And it's not good. That's how the generational curse begins. Exactly. And we heard Candace Starr say, and she held up that paper, and she said, I'm with all of them. That's the devil, like demonic curse. I'm with all of them, even the babies. I mean, as young, they right away. We heard the comment about, oh, he has Jarvis-like tendencies, right? We heard that being said. We see that Jarvis was allowed to take the girls in couples. I already said a long time ago that I pictured Naziah in the middle out there in Clinton Township before she moved there. This is just, everything is alleged. But the information that's coming out now is connecting all of this stuff. Like, it's got to be a deep, dark secret. It's got to be deep rooted and hurted. Like, we heard Florentino coming out screaming and yelling, about how his mama is and how much she loved all 7 of them, blase, skip a, all that. We heard all that. They was if you raised into something, it's your norm. Can't nobody tell you it ain't normal when you raised into it. And the family knew they was weird, because I remember hearing Kiwana and or Janelle saying that they, or it was Roxy, I think, saying that they the weird side of the family. A lot of people don't mess with them, which mean that they will have to know the weird things that go on that family over there. Some people don't want to be a part of it, and there's others that keep it going. It's others that make sure that they become foster parents. Like Tony Gamble was the foster mother of Roxy mom, right? And we know what happened to her. Her son violated her, which would be Roxy's father. Roxy told that story. I didn't. I just heard it. So this go deep. Y'all, please get the lights up, man. Come on. It's 84 people. Hit the thumbs up, y'all. I know some people forget. I feel like most hate. Thank you, TBZ, because I can't do it all. So thank y'all moderators for keeping me on my game and keeping the chat up to speed. Yeah, hitting the thumbs up is very important. Double tap the screen or hit the 3 dots upper right to get to the thumbs up, please. Thank you, Sherry. Goodness gracious. I believe the pic of ZIYAH with the braids and red shirt is the real missing flyer, because they say she got the braids braided, not the 2 puffs. Pic waving goodbye. It don't make sense, do it? But allegedly, she was supposed to have been getting her hair done that day before, the 8th. Nothing matches, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, we shouldn't even be wondering. Like, I did a whole video of her walking down the street, and I'm like, this do not look like ZIYAH at all. It looked like a little kid on a bus and a grown woman walking down the street. Then I just said, oh, well, they using it in court. We could just chop it up to, I guess that's her. They wouldn't be using an old picture in court, because you know how sometimes, like, the news, they put in old clips, they put in old pics and all that. But if you in court and they sit up here saying this is her walking down the street, then that should be her walking down the street. If they say that's her on the bus that day, then that should be her on the bus. So, I mean, but then we had information with Kim Worthy, and it's been some shady stuff done. So now I'm like, no, the evidence need to match exactly, because there's a lot of innocent people in jail, in prison, that didn't do it, and they know they didn't do it, but they wanted to stick because that's how they planned it. It's a lot of shady stuff going on, because I believe that it's a lot of people turning a blind eye. And then we can say, we've all said, why ZIYAH? Why did he do this to her? Why her and not the others? How do we know it wasn't others? So, this is what's coming up now. Yeah, the shady one with Kim and the officers, and the Diddy situation, and that 14-year-old kid that spent 9 years of his freaking life for something that he didn't do. And they had a man that said he did it, and 2 weeks later, and they did not let that boy out. They wanted him to do time. They didn't want to. Why wouldn't you want the right person locked up? Because y'all thought y'all had it figured out, and your ego was you didn't want to, look stupid? Or was it done purposely? I don't get it. But ain't nobody perfect, so everything need to match. I'm talking about the flyers they put out in the beginning, nothing matched. And we all believe that stuff was planted. We do. Dang, I wish I would. See, we're going to have to come back because it's a video. It's a video out there. And this video allegedly was taken after Roxy and Mark D was already there. And then this other guy came and recorded it. But looking at the scene, it don't look. Remember the detective, Shannon Jones, and the guy that found the clothes. He said that it was a lot of clothes out there. Some clothes was weathered, or both of them probably said a little bit of both, but a little bit of this. But when I watched the video of the guy that recorded it, the one that Roxy said that she ended up checking him, the one that was doing community service hours, that's the guy that went out there and recorded allegedly after Mark D and Roxy found the stuff. It looks staged. Then the guy that was on the stand said he was the one that put that stuff like that. But if he was the one that put it like that, why was it already like that before he got there? I'm just saying, like, I recently seen that video because I hadn't seen it before. And then I remembered what he had said and what Shannon Jones said. And I'm like, wait a minute, because I remember them saying that pink jumper, one of her shoes was in the jumper. Because I remember it saying one of her shoes was in the jumper and one of them was on the branch. And the jumper was laid out on the branch. But anyway, I hate talking about stuff without showing what I'm talking about. But if y'all seen it, y'all know what I'm talking about. How Jarvis did his hands. Oh, you mean the position of his hands? Is some type of symbol. I think you told me that before. Let me try to. Oh, Kanika Jenkins' birthday is today. Man, they were celebrating out there. Wait, what's today? May? I don't know why I think September, but wasn't that maybe the month she passed? I wouldn't doubt it, Miss V, if Jarvis and King listen. I definitely don't doubt that at all. Cause yeah. Like, okay, so we already know that Jarvis was involved with this super old lady. Anything goes with this dude, man. Yeah, that's Vari Fire. Yep. Anything goes. Like we said, maybe he was put in traffic as a child. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he was stuck in traffic, and if that's the case, then anybody could get it if they got the money. It don't matter what you are. They're creating beasts here on purpose, allegedly. I remember Jernell and Kiwana saying that the kids don't want to say nothing. And then people were misunderstanding. They was like, they were like, she said the kids won't say anything, and they thought they was talking about the younger kids, and she said, no, I'm talking about the adult kids won't say nothing. That's because that's their norm. Like, that's their norm. We seen her saying that prayer. That was normal enough that they put it on Facebook. Miss V, how long is Amber Ethan? I don't know who that is. Her name is going to be said daily proudly. How long is her? How long is it? I'm confused. We talking about ZIYAH. Okay, let me hold on.
Girl Butts testified that Butts and ZIYAH Harris were at their auto repair shop the evening ZIYAH Harris vanished. But Butts told investigators the last time he saw ZIYAH was weeks before.
He stated to me that he had last seen her at the end of December or early January sometime at grandmother's house getting her hair done.
Girl Butts testified that Butts and ZIYAH Harris were at their auto repair shop the evening ZIYAH Harris vanished. But Butts told investigators the last time he saw ZIYAH was weeks before.
He stated to me that he had last.
How did he think that was gonna fly? Like, you had her, everybody saw her that day. So why would he even lie to them and say he ain't seen her since the end of December or the beginning of January? I remember him saying that. He said a couple things because he was switching his story. And then he did say, yeah, no, she was getting her head did, going back and forth with him next door. And they said that video that she took in the gray sweatshirt, that was the day before when she was supposed to be getting her hair done. So maybe she got her hair, and because in that one video, her hair was down where she was dancing, where everybody's like, you could tell she pregnant. And then it was up in a bun. So usually if a person get an updo, they'll wear it up. And sometime when it started looking bad, they'll take it down. So I will say the down hairdo was the old do. But I don't know, because I didn't see the date personally myself. Like, somebody said that it was the day before. I don't remember if I ever seen the date myself. But then, let me see. Right here. Right here. We got some information. Let me move this. He clearly lied. How you know he going under the jail? Shout out to Miss Patty. Welcome in. Thank you for dropping the good fire. Miss V Fire. So y'all see that. Let me go to the other shots I got. So what do y'all think about that? This proves, he probably thought Annette and Shannon were going to vouch for him saying that was true, but then all the cameras and all the people and eyewitnesses, yeah, he already knew by the time he was speaking that they wasn't for him, because they was already going back and forth at that time. I know he was going back and forth with Roxy at that time. Oh, let me move that too. Okay. So what I'm looking at here, this is Annette in 2015. At least that's when it was posted. And she talking about son, this or that. You see their birthdays. 1970, what is it, 1974? And she was born, what did it say? 19... Dang, I gotta wait till it come back because I don't have nothing put up. And we got this. This is Anthony. So 61. If those birthdays are right, that's coming up that she would have been 13. Right? If those birthdays are correct. Or maybe 12, depending on when she turned. I wasn't looking at the months. But let me know. Let me know, y'all. But clearly this is. I mean, she talking about, so the little kids pictures that y'all see, I'm assuming that he wasn't raised under Annette's roof. I don't know who raised him or whatever, but clearly that's her son. Clearly she was born in 1961 and he was born in 1974. That is Lady sitting there on his lap. I don't know who that other little kid is. What happened to you, Anthony Gamble Sr.? But your mother is looking good. What is she talking about? That's the picture I was talking about where she toots her own dang on horn. Okay, I got them put up now. It says that picture was posted November 5th, 2015. And her birthday is in November too. And then oh dang, did I not put that one in there? And it's one, I think I put this in here before, the one with Kiwana and Lady. So Lady she looks younger on a picture where she's sitting on her brother's lap. But Gamble, we got the Uncle Eric Gamble, who everybody got the bad vibe with, that was dancing with ZIYAH. We got Roxy saying her mother was violated by a foster brother, and that was Gamble's would have been her foster brother. So I don't know who, but I'm just saying all of this stuff made me think. The down hairdos look fresh, baby. Out up hairdos look old. Oh, the down hairdos look fresh, baby. Hair out, updos old. I meant that's how we know he going under the jail. Oh, okay. I be lost. I be lost sometime, yeah. But thank you. So, are we all in agreement that this is her son? I mean, this will be her older son. Y'all, can y'all please get the thumbs up? Can we get 102 thumbs up, please, if you're listening at the sound of my voice? Please get the thumbs up. And shout out to my replay sleuths. If y'all can help us get, we want 1,000 thumbs up. I'm going to just say, we want 1,000. And so Eric Gamble Sr. has a son named Eric Gamble. He's mixed. He looked like his mother might be white. He married a white woman. I'm just saying, like, I'm looking at a lot of stuff. And so let me go. Oh, hold on. Dang, this is super old right here. I don't know who this is. You think this is the same person? Oh, he look different here. To me, he look old in this picture that I'm looking. Whoa, wait. This stuff is saying 2022. Is that him or a son? This look like a son, maybe, because this man look old to me. Yeah, this don't look like the same person. Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely. Okay, so Annette has had 2 sons. Jermaine Gamble, he's 51. Anthony Gamble, 47. Jermaine, alleged police officer. Anthony Gamble has a criminal record. He's like Lady. I'm not sure about that. I'm looking, this guy right here, name is Anthony. He's 51. I did see a Jermaine Gamble, but I don't remember the age, and I don't know if that's her son or not. So wait a minute. So it's supposed to be 7 of them. So if you calculate the ones that you just named, because Jermaine is not a name that anybody have been saying, even though I seen a Jermaine, but I don't know. Her son that's a cop name is supposed to be Chris. That's what Dre said. Dre came back and said the cop son name is Chris. So I'm not sure about this part right here. I don't know if that's Anthony. It's Anthony. His name, his channel, this is Anthony Sr. Anthony Gamble Sr. There's another Anthony named Anthony Gamble. That's his son. That is commenting right here. He said, I'll tell him, Mama. That's his son. Responding to Annette. Yep, Sherry, that's exactly what I heard. That's what they came back and said. But I mean, I don't know, but that's what they said. Now, Charles Bussey, he died November of 2007, according to what I'm looking at. Born December 1938. This is the man allegedly was Annette's husband, or who she was with. Early on in this, I remember somebody actually called in to Mark D. And there was also a text message or a post that somebody was saying that Annette didn't like her daughter because Charles liked her more. That's what was said. And some of the stuff that I'm looking at is, they got Annette as using all of these different last names. And there's some shady stuff. It's a lot of property and stuff. It's some shady stuff going on. From what I can see, everything is alleged, but it looked like it's some shady stuff going on if people passed away and this property is still in their name. And it's looking like maybe Annette's mother. If somebody let me know if Annette's mother's name is Lois Harris. Born in 1927, about 98 years old. Definitely connected from Inkster, Michigan. And it's a lot. Like, how many houses did Annette have on Bedford? 3? How can you be passed away and have houses in your name? I'm just saying, like, it just looked like it's some shadiness going on. It's a lot going on. I'm just saying, like, it's looking like what we believe. They ain't that smart. It's people helping that got big positions. This is just what it's looking like. Anytime something is difficult like this, it's usually somebody with some money, moving some weight, doing something. Everybody lying.
Do you guys eventually leave the shop?
Yes.
Who all leaves the shop?
Me, Jarvis, and his niece.
Okay. And tell me about the driving arrangements.
So I drove my 300 and Jarvis drove the Jaguar.
When they left, whose car were they leaving in?
Cordell's truck.
And all three of them were in the same car?
Yes.
And you said that they were delivering the Jaguar to your mom or to your house, correct?
Yes.
After that interaction was over, did the three of them, Cordell, Jarvis, and ZIYAH, leave your house?
Yes.
Okay. And as far as you know, they were headed back to Detroit, correct?
Correct.
Do you guys eventually leave the shop?
I mean, everybody can't be confused. I mean, I guess you can be confused because it was a long time ago compared to now when they decide to ask these people these questions, you know, months later. But why would she say the opposite of what he said? He said 300. She said a truck. I think it's a big difference between a 300 and a truck. I really do. Now let me see what y'all saying. I'm gonna have to start from the bottom. Right, Fire says 300 ain't no truck. She said, yep, cordless truck. Come on, y'all. Can we get 123 thumbs up? Why don't y'all check and make sure y'all ain't no hater? You know what I'm saying? That's 124 people listening, and we got 77 thumbs up. Make it make sense. Lois Harris. Okay, you made a correction. What'd you say? Hey, Kristen. Yes, low mother is Harris. Is her? Huh? Oh, Lois Harris. Okay, so she's saying Lois Harris is her mother. Okay. So I'ma still say alleged because I'm not sure how you know that, but that's still good to have somebody else saying the same thing that I'm looking at. So hold on, let me go back. So it's looking like it says Lois Harris is 98 years old and was born in January 1927. She lived at a street called Thomas Circle in Inkster, Michigan since December of 2022. And then it has a phone number and all this stuff. Wait, but I think she died. Hold on. Some of this stuff ain't making sense. So everything is alleged. I don't have a death date. I have an age of 98 and born January of 1927. And what sticks out is January because that's the same month that ZIYAH went missing. It's looking like her name is Lois Hiawatha Harris. I ain't never seen his name before, so I don't know if I'm saying it right. And I also see a Jermaine Lamar Harris. That's only 44, so that's not the son that I'm talking about. If that's a son, I don't know if that's a son. I actually see two Jermaines, so it's like, so we know that they have one is 44, one is 43, and they got both in 81, but different birth dates. So I don't know if this is the same person or not because I see Marquita, right? I see Marquita Brianna Shinice Harris, 31, born June 1993. But then sometimes she just go as Marquita Brianna Harris. You know, so and sometimes the birthdays be a little bit different, but I wish they had the deceased date of the grandmother. Because, well, what I'm looking at though, it says that Charles Bussey was born December 1938, died in 2007. He's definitely closer to the age of the mother because the mother was born January 1927. If that's the mother. See, what I'm looking at, because this is, hold on, because this is deep rooted, I'm looking at the older people. I'm looking at the older people. I see 100 and some years old here. I'm going to start there. That's how deep rooted I believe it is. But I mean, I've been looking at a lot of stuff. And I don't have it all together to be able to present it like that. And another thing that sticks out, like lady's middle name is similar to somebody else's first name that we ain't even never heard. So I'm not sure the connection to that. Good Lord. It's a lot, y'all. It is a lot. My hands are free now, and I just hit the like button. Well, thank you, Spicy. Look at it like, okay, when you come over here, look at it as your like button is knocking. Let me in. You ain't gonna come in without knocking, are you? So just hit the thumbs up soon as before you even enter the chat, and then you won't forget. But thank you for hitting the thumbs up, because so many people ain't hitting the thumbs up because they hating. She probably didn't report her died and collecting checks. Yeah, or using that name for different properties and stuff. I don't know. I'm good. How are you all? We good. Clan, thank you for dropping down. Happy day, everyone. I think Harris is Annette's maiden name. She got a brother named Gamble. So what I'm looking at, it says Annette Harris. These are the names that she go by. Like it's Annette Harris, Bussey, Gamble. All of them has been her name. Hold on. I don't know when the last time this was updated though. But I mean, according to what we have right here, she was 12 when she had this kid. Who's his father? Is his father Charles? Old ass? The hell? And whose care was she in when this was happening? Because we know that Jernell said that they tried to take her in. I think Jernell is her sister. And she said that her father and her grandmother tried to help Annette. But by the time they came to her, I think she said she had a couple kids. Or did she say by the time she came to them, she was 17 or something like that? I'm going to have to go back and listen. But that stuff, all that stuff right there matters. I even ran across a picture with Roxy and Lady standing next to each other when she was pregnant with ZIYAH. So, I mean, you know, Roxy definitely knows the family. She was there when she was pregnant. They was hanging out together back then. And what could possibly be your mom? Wait, who? Wait, hold on, y'all. Let me play something right quick.
Did Detroit police miss a chance to save the life of ZIYAH Harris? Records uncovered by the 7 investigators tonight show that they did.
Nearly 2 years before ZIYAH went missing, police received a warning involving the man now accused in her murder.
And tonight, DPD says they messed up. 7 investigator Ross Jones reveals what went wrong and what's changed as a result.
Mr. Butts targeted and befriended women who had to have sexual relationships with their young daughters. He was a classic and expert groomer and pedophile.
On the same day, Jarvis Butts would be accused of killing and sexually abusing 13-year-old ZIYAH Harris, police and prosecutors urged the community to protect its children at all costs.
But when it comes to our children, we must be deliberative, we must be diligent, and laser focused on their safety.
We make strong and good decisions for our children, keep them out of harm's way.
But more than 20 months before Harris ever went missing, Detroit police had been warned that she'd been victimized by Jarvis Butts and failed to ever investigate.
There was enough for the department to ask about ZIYAH.
Yeah, we could have done better. No question.
Last month, we showed you that Jarvis Butts had been the subject of multiple complaints to Children's Protective Services, including at least one that named ZIYAH Harris as a victim. What we did not know at the time is that CPS wasn't the only agency who'd been warned. In April of 2022, in response to a complaint CPS had received, workers there submitted a law enforcement notification, or LEN, to Detroit police. It's an alert to possible criminal behavior that may warrant a police investigation. In this case, the complaint told DPD that there was an incident at a birthday party where a child accused Butts of sexual abuse. ZIYAH, and name withheld, reported that Jarvis touched them inappropriately as well. It read, Jarvis is a sex offender and a felon. ZIYAH's great aunt, Jernell, says she filed that complaint with CPS that ultimately made its way to DPD.
They're the police. They're supposed to investigate. I mean, it had all the everything is there.
But the department never did investigate, at least with respect to ZIYAH. Instead, according to officials, only the other alleged victim named in the report was questioned because CPS only listed her under the victim header, even though ZIYAH was identified as an abuse victim too.
Now, I know that we done all seen these videos, right? How does everybody mess up? How does everybody mess up? Like, so now, okay, the whole case was botched. We seen old Wolf from the beginning that was retiring. We seen all the stuff that's happened with this case. And then we finally get them out to come out and investigate. No arrests. Everything seemed to be fine. And then they still fumble the damn ball, the bag and everything. Like, how? Is it on purpose? Like, God, how can...
Does that make any sense to you?
No, makes zero sense. Either they didn't read it or they didn't comprehend it. That's my opinion.
Tom Berry is a retired Detroit police lieutenant who reviewed the report that bears ZIYAH's name.
How many victims do you see identified there?
I see 2 for sure, maybe 3. Somebody dropped the ball. It's pretty clear by reading that there's at least 2 allegations of sexual assault there.
Her name was right in the report.
Exactly.
At a minimum, the department should reach out to her and at least ask if something happened. But that didn't happen.
It did not.
Today, Assistant Chief Charles Fitzgerald makes no excuses, saying much has changed with how the department handles the more than 5,000 LEN reports it receives every year. Unlike when the ZIYAH complaint came through, he says DPD now interviews everyone identified inside, regardless of whether they're listed under the victim header. Complaints are triaged and are assigned quickly, and missing information, like in this case, ZIYAH's last name, is...
So, didn't put her name in the victim header and didn't put her last name. And I felt like that was done purposely. Like they didn't want it to be known that it was one of the Harris kids. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on. That definitely should have been investigated. It's like, so to me, it felt like whoever wrote this just wrote it shady. Why would you just put ZIYAH? Like, whoever wrote, and then they just put Jarvis. Like, I mean, are they friends or something? The reason why they just using first name basis?
is ferreted out by investigators.
It's a horrible excuse. We still should have done what we should have done.
The fact that they acknowledge it shouldn't have worked this way, and it took for something so tragic to happen to her, you're damn right it shouldn't have worked that way. They should have did their job.
Kiwana Morton is one of ZIYAH's relatives who says she filed complaints with CPS-2. She wonders tonight if the 13-year-old's fate might have been different had police ever bothered to reach out.
Somebody has to answer for that. They absolutely do. CPS and DPD.
I think the obvious question that a case like this begs is how many other victims or alleged victims in reports like this were named but never contacted by DPD?
Yeah, prior to the recent process, I don't know. I would hate to speculate even.
Do you worry that there are other cases like this?
Of course, yeah, for sure.
I don't think it stopped in one child sliding through the crack. They clearly weren't doing their jobs.
We don't know, of course, what ZIYAH might have said to police if she'd been interviewed. The other alleged victim who was questioned made no disclosures of abuse. Jarvis Butts denied he touched anyone when questioned by police, and he has maintained his innocence since being charged. But by not asking the question, you know she couldn't possibly have said something was going on, and that's what haunts the family and will haunt the family, I think, for a very long time.
Well, of course, trust so hard when the system fails you, you know.
And to see their names in a report 2 years earlier is frightening.
And if they're saying that procedures have changed, certainly our hope is that fewer people will fall through it.
It ain't the procedures, it's the people. It's the people that don't want the information out. Like, so we already know that as foster parents, you can get in good with CPS, like by helping them out, always being available when they got kids they need. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds like they've been involved in foster care in the Harris household for a long time. So they probably familiar with her, and you know, we could overlook some things. I mean, I done reported a case where the caseworker was getting food stamps. She was giving her food stamps to keep quiet. And come to find out, her kid had been buried for however many years in the backyard or something like that. So it's some pretty bad people that'll take money for over your safety and not care. But they mentioned the whoever wrote the report should have gotten some type of dang trouble. Like, it shouldn't be an excuse. And this right here is the birthday party. So we got two incidents where we got the incident where we seen the video of Jarvis coming up over there talking about, and she told him, I thought you was part of the family. That wasn't a birthday party that it happened at. It was at Shannon's house. I remember it being said that it was Shannon's house out there in Clinton Township. So I see a date up here that says 6/6/2013. Jarvis, that's Shannon's birthday. So that's Shannon listed there, Jarvis listed there. It says alleged interpretation. Okay, so this is Shannon. She's the mother. Her kids was 8, 5, and 3, and 6 months at the time. Jarvis is the father of, we know. And he lives outside of the home. So ZIYAH is the niece of Shannon and lives outside of the home. So this was at Shannon's house. There was an incident at a birthday party. One of the children that attended the party accused Jarvis of SA. ZIYAH and her little cousin reported that Jarvis touched both of them inappropriately, I can't talk, as well. Jarvis touched blank in the private area and it hurt. This at a birthday party with adults there and everything. I think I remember Janelle saying that Shannon left the house too or something. Something about a dog. The kid came down there and all this. Anyway, this is what the report's saying. This was never reported. Jarvis is a SO and a felon. We got text messages that Shannon sent to Janelle pretending like she, gave over the information, blase skippe. Blank is sending pictures of herself on Instagram. Blank was asked to send pictures of private stuff, playing around, all that to the person on the phone. And what happened? Shannon whooped her child instead of talking with her and reporting the information to law enforcement. Now, I reported this before. Like, she whooped her child instead of whooping his ass. He's still living. This is deep-rooted, man. This is sick. It really is. She whooped her child. So why is she up there talking to Mark D? Why is she up there lying and saying all the stuff that she was saying? She knew that. She knew that. Didn't give a damn about her niece. They put her in these situations all the time. But she was the only one that paid the ultimate price, and it pisses me off. Grown people. And for some reason, some of these folks find humor in this stuff. I don't get it. I wonder why they didn't file in Clinton Township. Shannon probably knew Clinton Township was going to get to the bottom of it. That's a good point. Because, why wouldn't they have reported it? You know what? I remember the conversation because they said Shannon called her mother and told her mom what happened. And her mom said, bring the kids home. We'll deal with it later. That's why I said Annette is the one in charge of everything. She run it all. They run everything past her. They don't move without asking her first. So I believe they was raised into this. I really do. I mean, we don't know how they met Jarvis, but it's looking like it's, how people find each other. And then if you got an organization that's keeping everybody together, like I was looking at one of their pages, right? Just looking at the kids and all these pictures, and you go from them being, because people put their whole life on social media. So you go to the pictures, and then as they getting older, you just start seeing weirdness happening. I'm talking about the older ones, probably past foster children. They are either gay, super drunk, mentally challenged, something going on, messed up on purpose. They ain't looking for nobody to help, to save those kids or anything. And just like Candace Starr said, it was planned from the beginning. I mean, that's what ZIYAH. She said ZIYAH said. That's what hurt her the most. She told her grandmother. She told. And then the minute she had to find a way to be able to deal with life, because if she told, she wasn't feeling it. Okay? So in order to deal with life, when you go to the people, if you're in somewhere that everybody is a part of this, then you can go to school and lay on the floor and ask to speak to a counselor and never get to talk to her. That kind of stuff. I mean, it ain't too far-fetched when we got Marquita, who got a baby by a security guard that worked at her damn high school. I mean, that's been said and verified by her boyfriend. I don't care what. She went elsewhere and said he said that she said it. Because he asked. And then I heard Kiwana just say on Shank's panel the other day that they wanted to get ZIYAH when all of the stuff first happened. They wanted to get them, and she chose her mother. Why would you choose your mother? Why? When you're saying that all my life I've been dealing with this sex stuff been following me all my life, and now I got my daughter. Was it planned? That's what I'm saying. And then I found out who the bishop was that this guy was talking about. Now, someone had commented on my video when I was asking that question. And I went and looked up that bishop, but I was like, he didn't seem like he had nothing going on. But I found the video on the bishop's page, so I know this is facts. So the bishop's name is Wayne T. Jackson that he was talking about. It wasn't the bishop, Annette's bishop. So I like to correct myself when I find information or bring.
The reason I like Bishop is. Hold
on. I like to, let y'all know when I find something that, I might have said wrong or got verified or whatever. Mushy said it's alleged Annette wouldn't sign over welfare checks to Janelle for ZIYAH. That's why Janelle never got her. Oh, I didn't hear that. I heard Kiwana say that out of her mouth. I'm not sure if anybody said that. I'm not sure. But that's crazy. But that's just it. So it's all about the money. It's always about the money. Even in the reading, it was said that it was all about money. It was, I trade this, you get that, I'll give you this, you give me that. It was all about that. Welcome in, Taj. Thank you for dropping down and coming in. Miss V, I really believe if Jarvis wouldn't have got her impregnated, then Annette's secrets would not have come out. Yep. But because it happened, Annette didn't want to lose those monies. Exactly. In my opinion. Yep. And I believe that, it's a lot of stuff going on with these houses and stuff. I don't believe people got all this money. It's something going on with these houses, being in folks' names that ain't here no more and all this kind of stuff. Internal Affairs should look into this. Yep. Somebody that is not connected to Detroit need to look at this, man. It's a lot of kids being hurt, man. Generational. Foster children. That bad people get into this bit. Fostering is a business, man. It ain't about it's sick. It's like they always get it wrong too. They take the kids they shouldn't and keep the ones they should take. It's always something. I think they need to hire. Oh, I just read. Oh, that's special for this case. Somebody that's special. Yeah, and you would think like the family would have got a private eye or something. Hire a private investigator to look into this stuff because it goes deeper. And the people that's in the family, like Kiwana, and I would never bash them, but she did say that she has a story to tell. And I got pictures of her right next to Lady when she was a little girl, right? So whatever Lady went through, she probably did too if she was hanging around them. So they know who the adults are that did it to their generation. They would know. They would know who did that to Lady. They was there. They were, you would think families talk. You know, if your family know that this family rock a certain way and they all family, then you hear the whispers. You hear what's being said. So who did this to Lady? Is it true that Charles did this? Who was Vari's dad? He was asked who was his father. He couldn't answer that question. He don't know. He said, I was told that he died. He don't know his father. Dre said he asked Shannon them who's their father. His mom's the damn word. Nobody want to talk about daddy. Is that because he family? Who is daddy? It's a requirement that you be Rainbow Alky after you leave his family. Ain't nothing gonna be straight, and you definitely got to be a weirdo.
Hey y'all, I'm Rainbow.
And we heard the text message that she sent to Jarvis about Vari's girlfriend. Welcome in, JoJo. Frank may be the reason for all the homes I see he owns. Ones that's not well kept too. It's a lot of shadiness, ain't it? It's a lot of addresses, and I didn't even Annette got a lot going on. I see why she remained quiet. See, people that don't want to get caught, they don't talk. Thank you. I think it is too. I do. Wait, she said I think Gamble is a married name. Okay. It seemed like Harris is her last name because all the kids' name is that, but that's just because she gave them her name. They all probably got different dads. Every one of them. Even Shannon and Marquita. Let me see. Let me pull this up. So I was just saying that I found this on the Bishop's page. So I'm going to play this again right quick. It's a lot going on with Merv too. If this the same Merv that I seen, I don't know. I seen some crazy stuff on a Merv Jennings, but I have no way of knowing that it's him because I don't have no picture, no birthdays, no nothing. I don't know how old he is, nothing. But yeah.
The reason I like Bishop is because, at first I was like terrified. I'm around this man, all this, So I just wanted to be
Girl Butts testified that butts in the ZIYAH Harris were.
But I learned in trying to be perfect, I just needed to just relax and be myself. They say, well, Merv, if you like I could do this, I could do that, I do that. I needed to get somewhere where I could be comfortable, because he got plenty everything going on. I just need to get somewhere where I can be comfortable. And once I got there, I continued to make mistakes to where I thought, oh, he gonna get rid of me or this and that. Bishop is because, you know,
Merv is a big boy. I just wanted to show this. Like, even
the reason
then,
I like
he was getting around okay. Now, when I look at him, and I mean, I know Lady done been through a lot, but she used to be a really nice looking girl, woman, everything. And she just changed total and completely. So I guess it don't matter. Once you go down that route and you on drugs and stuff, looks, size, none of that matters. But how did they get together and then they both agreed, oh yeah, the best thing for our child is to go to your mother that you ran away from. Your mother that other kids ran away from too. Like, it make sense. It don't.
Like Bishop is because, you know, at first I was like terrified. You know, I'm around this man, all this, you know. So I just wanted to be perfect, you know. But I learned in trying to be perfect, I just needed to just relax and be myself. He said, well, Merv, if you know, like I could do this, I could do that, I do that. You know, I needed to get somewhere where I could be.
I'm not sure how old she is on that picture. I don't know when it was taken or nothing. Yeah. Because she agreed to hide ZIYAH. ZIYAH looks nothing like him. Nothing at all. Nothing like him. But I thought I put that clip in, but Vari, when they asked about his dad, well, they told me he passed. Like, he don't know nothing about it. They just tell them anything, man. That's why I think they keep the mentally challenged around and all that so they could blame them for stuff. And then they just tell the kids anything about their fathers, but it's probably your cousin or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know when I first started covering this case, somebody was like, you could look at them and tell that they got their father is a relative. Like this guy. This was when I first started. He's like, Dad, look at him. He's like, just look at him. They funny looking and, you know, just saying stuff like that. And he was like, sometime they like have a backwards knee or something weird about them. The DNA is all messed up. He the dad, DNA proves it. Oh, okay. Now I never even seen or heard about a DNA test for him and ZIYAH. Her and her brother, yeah, her and her brother do look alike. You laughing about the backwards knee, probably. Yes, her and Vari looks just alike. They look a lot alike. As a matter of fact, I think I might have put that in here. Or it didn't stick. We about to let me find it.
Be comfortable because he got plenty everything going on. I just need to get somewhere where I can be comfortable. And once I got there, I continued to make mistakes to where I thought, oh, he gonna get rid of me or this and that. But he began to tell me like it's not about that. With Bishop, it's not about the money. It's about, you know, really, he always told me, it's like, oh, it's for my life. I'm like, did I do a good job, Bishop? He's like, yeah, you did a good job, but Merv, I want to see you at the ministry. I want to see you in Bible study. He's always on me. He was more concerned about that. And then when it was time for business, he got to business. But I also learned from Bishop, his business is what helps the ministry and the things he's doing. And just small things like I personally, I have seen him give away cars, and I'm like, what? You gonna give it away? But then I see what happens once the cars be given away. But he always gives it to. If these people out here want help, they need to come worship. And all the much as you give, as much as you would get. You know.
So I wonder if Lady worked with this bishop too. And I wonder if this bishop know Annette's bishop. I'm just saying, like, because I don't believe in coincidence, but I'm really curious. Yes, they still do. DNA sound. It definitely do, Miss Tracy. Sounds like a cult. Welcome in, W Web. Welcome back, Miss Patty, or welcome in. Oh, she just speaking to everybody else. I believe they talking about the same man, the same bishop. No, they not though, because I found it. I thought they were, right? But this guy alone, right when I was looking for when I played this video the first time, and then I ended up searching more. This is the bishop right here. Wayne T. Jackson that he's talking about. So if I wouldn't have found it on his channel, I'm like, okay, I need something to back that up, saying that this is not Arch Herman Bishop that he talking about. This is on Wayne T. Jackson's Facebook page. He got 1.12K subscribers. And he says Merv Jennings on Bishop Wayne T. Jackson is not about the money. So Wayne T. Jackson liked that he said that he is not about the money. Okay. So that proves to me that this is the bishop. So now I'm wondering if he know Archbishop Herman Stacy. And let me see. Let me remember where this bishop is located. Hold on.
So with the homes, he gives away homes, houses, homes. He calls me out. He meets me, always blessing. But
well, hell, if he ain't the bishop, he sure do sound like the other one. I see it. Good eye, Ms. V. Oh, thank you, JoJo. Yeah, so I was just looking for the clarification because, like, when I first did this guy said, oh, he's talking about such and such. And I went and looked on the guy's page. Y'all could go look. He's on Facebook and stuff. And I was like, he don't seem like, because I had just got done looking at the other bishop church. I said, this seemed like a more normal church than the other one. So let me know what y'all think though. But all of the stuff that he's saying and the fact that him and Lady met working, I'm wondering if she also worked for this bishop, because then that would change things a little bit probably. You know what I'm saying? I was driving Miss V, that's why I wasn't commenting. Oh, welcome back, Sherry. I'm glad you were still listening in. I appreciate you. Sherry, Madam Nettie, I'm just saying. Shout out to Chocolate 313. She said they have churches the size of a garage and the bishop is rolling. Wait a minute. For real. Hold on. Let me go look. Because I wasn't like, when the guy told me that, I was like, I don't know. You know, I went and looked, but I was like, I don't know if this is the right guy or not. I had no way of knowing that. And then I just happened to have some free time the past few days. I looked and I'm like, okay, here's the connection. Hold on, I typed that all wrong. But y'all see he's on I can't even find it right now. I ain't gonna worry about it. I'll look later. But I already looked but shoot. The more when you get more information, you might have to go back and double check some stuff, because I don't believe in coincidence. Like, if Lady worked for him.
But that's why I go out 24/7. Whenever he calls me, I make myself available, you know. And so it's just dealing with Bishop.
Never know.
I mean, I just love him, you know, for one thing. And, you know, I don't like to follow anybody.
That's crazy.
But one thing about Bishop, I know he loves God. It's three things. He loves God, and he loves his family, and he cares about people. And Bishop always say, it's not what you have, it's what you keep. It's what you keep. So I am in this ministry, you know. I am in this ministry first to learn. And I love Bishop. I love my apostle. I love my brothers. That's always there for me.
I love you here.
It's like a family. But in this family, we do have a working environment to where we get out here, we do business for Bishop the best that we can. We have our hiccups, but we do our business the best as we can to keep that ministry flowing.
See? He was just a little bit praising. Hold on now. I don't want nothing crazy. Wait. I don't know who channel about to pop up. Oh, okay. We could have let that pop up. I thought that was the end of my I thought it was the end of my videos. Y'all, please welcome our newbie in here. She says she feel like she found her home. That just make me smile. Y'all welcome Jennifer Jones. We got a new sleuth in the building, y'all. A new sleuth family member, because she says she thinks she found her home. That's crazy, Chocolate. So she said, which church has the best music? Which church has the best women? Which church dressed the best? That's just, man, listen. It sounds like hell to me. It definitely do. Chocolate said, Jennifer, this is one of the best channels when it comes to context. Thank you so much, 313 Chocolate. Do anybody want to call in? Anybody want to call in? The trial is going to be all over the place. I hope there will be enough security. So bad, so sad. I don't really. That'll be interesting though, because it may be some people that don't like each other. That's been on social media. So those are the only people that I think it could clash. But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting because with the preliminary hearing, it was just a select few. And according to Roxy, she was the only one that consistently showed up. But also, I know that Roxy mom showed up at shoot, I cannot think. Toots event. She showed up at Toots event, and then I seen some other stuff, and I meant to put a video in here. Let me pull something up, y'all. Let me see if I could. But if y'all want to call in, BFF probably dropped the number, but I'm looking for something right quick, y'all. I'm gonna let him talk.
It was mostly balled up in the brush with a shoe inside of it.
See?
And
hold on.
So I pulled the.
Hold on. That's the part right there. And I'm glad I played this because remember I was saying how he said that the onesie shoe was inside of the onesie or whatnot, and he's starting there.
It was mostly balled up in the brush with a shoe inside of it. And so I pulled the. I didn't know it was clothing at the time, but I pulled it out of the brush just to kind of open it up and see what it was. And then once I saw that it was clothing with the shoe inside, I just reported it to the Instagram.
Okay, and when you're touching these items, are you wearing gloves?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey,
do you
fam,
recall,
what's up?
describe the onesie, color, size, anything like that?
How you doing?
Good.
You know what? I was going to say, I was not joking about that. I've always thought it's strange when it comes to churches in Detroit. It's all about which is the biggest church. Like, I've seen churches, I kid you not, like the size of a garage, like a 2-car garage, with red Rolls Royces parked out front, where these bishops or preachers, whatever you want to call them, they driving them. So just imagine how much money those people are giving.
Wow. Yes, it's supposed to be about your congregation, not about Rolls Royces and Gucci's and all that. But yeah, see, when you got a pastor like that, you know exactly where his mind, heart, body, and soul is at. It's in hell.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt. And that church that's over in the area by where that river is, where ZIYAH was supposedly her clothes and stuff were thrown. You know, that real big church over there? That church ain't no joke. That church is like, oh my God, probably like a full block.
Wait,
That's
what?
a huge church. They have a gift shop in there. They have their own fleet of buses. They have a school. My grandkids went to that school.
I'm not familiar with the church. Are you talking about Rouge River?
The one that's on 7 Mile. The one that's on 7. I keep forgetting y'all not from Detroit. It's the church that's on 7 Mile. Somebody was doing a podcast. I thought I saw you do that video too, where they were showing that area where ZIYAH's clothes were found.
Oh, you
by
talking
the
about?
river.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that church, that real big church over there.
Oh.
Like, they take their churches serious, and they take the bishops and the preachers like they put them on God status. And I don't understand that.
Okay, that's what you were saying. Now, do you know, are you still in Detroit? Do you know the areas that I was showing? Are you familiar with that stomping ground, the old cleaners and all that stuff?
That's on the east side.
So what do you know about that place? Like back in the day, what was it looking like? Was it a cleaners or?
I don't know anything about it, to be honest with you, but it's just kind of scary knowing like that you've been in those areas, and I'm talking about me, and knowing stuff like that been going on. Because the east side, like Detroit, is just kind of hard to explain. The west side is definitely different than the east side. A lot of people.
Oh, Greater Grace 755 said. Thank you, 755. She gonna call in one day because she knows stuff. She from Detroit too.
If she can hear me, like she'll tell you, like it's a difference between the west side and the east side of Detroit. Always has been. It's almost like a rivalry, like you know what I'm saying. People on the east side is just more cutthroat, and that's just the facts. And that's where they're at. They're over there on the east side. Unless you know somebody on the east side, you don't hang out on the east side.
Now that's what's so funny, because what you're saying goes right with what Dre said. Dre is from the west side, and he said he don't go on the east side until he met them. So. And then Kenneth said the east side is a bad side. So is that what you're saying? It's like cutthroat, grimy.
Yeah, you can get. I mean, you can get killed all over the city. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But you have a greater chance. Like the east side even dresses differently than the west side. The east side is just gutter.
But yet that's
surprise me knowing how Annette and her doggone kids are. It doesn't surprise me at all. Like, I could tell they was from the east side. As soon as I looked at them, I could tell they was from the east side before anything came out.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Wow. Well.
Yeah, the east side is scandalous.
That's how I feel about the east side of my city. Like the east side of my city is where Darnell, where Kimani was found in an abandoned building. That's the side of the town that a bunch of cluckers hang out. That's where I was laughing because it was another content creator explaining like what she thought of the east side. She's like, when you see black and white together and they druggies, you already know what it is, what kind, and that's how the east side is. It's just a bunch of
that's true. And I see somebody in the chat saying that they from Flint and they know the east side is bad, but we call Flint bedrock.
Bedrock?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like the Flintstones.
Yeah, but what that means?
You know what I'm talking about? They scandalous up there.
Oh, Flint is more scandalous than.
Man, let me tell you.
Wait a minute.
Friends that live up in Flint, and they broke it down to me. So I'll just put it to you like this. Detroit is just one of those cities, whether you on the east or the west side, but mainly if you on the east, if you don't have a heater on you, you might find yourself dead.
Oh,
like
wow.
for real,
Triggers.
like that. Yeah, everybody has guns. Everybody. If you don't have a gun, you a fool.
Yeah, a gun got a gun in Detroit. See, that's why I'm not going to Detroit. We went to go to a wedding, and 3 of our cars got broken into. Ain't nobody got time for that. Like, I'm not. I was gonna go to the trial, but I'm not going. I can't do it.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm thinking about you moving to Euclid. I'm trying to do some research on it now and see what type of city it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking about you moving to Euclid, Ohio.
So 755 said East Side folks are poor. This must be worldwide because we got Flint, Ohio, and Detroit saying the same thing. So 755 said the East Side of folks is poor, so they will break in your car for a pop bottle return, and the West Side has more money, whether it's legal or illegal.
And that's true.
Interesting.
And that's true. And then there's a stretch of 7 Mile. And if you got some Detroit people in the chat, they know what I'm talking about. 7 Mile all the way down to like Moraine and stuff or whatever. You go through there, you better know somebody because they call that the red zone. I'm talking about you can get killed just pumping gas.
Triggers, don't say that word. We can't keep saying that word.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can get unalived just pumping gas.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's gang territory. Like I know people over there, and the first time, like I said, I'm not an East Sider, and I don't like hanging on no East Side, but even the police are aggressive.
Dana said everybody knows that.
35 miles an hour, pulled up on me, guns pointed at me, shining the flashlight in my face, and I'm looking like, whoa, what is this?
Wow. So
I mean, the gang culture over there, oh my God, it's bad.
So that just let you know something. I mean, so is that an area that's known? Like that's where the prosties might hang out at? Why would Annette pick that side of town to live? Maybe she just come from that because people usually pick the size of town that they're from.
Yeah, that's true. But generally, in most of the major cities, the east side is always the oldest, most dilapidated sides of town. That's just facts.
That's
all over the country. You know what I'm saying? But if you notice, like one thing about Detroit, it'll fool you. You can go into a neighborhood and you'd be like, oh, these houses are so nice and blah, 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 blah. And you just don't know what's lurking behind the doors.
Man, I got family in Detroit and we used to go all the time as a kid. We don't go no more, but yeah. My aunt used to always talk about how bad Detroit was. And I had a cousin that was kidnapped. I want to call her. And I literally thought about my cousin because I remember being there. But we were kids. But I'm wondering, was this the ring back then? Seriously. Because I don't know what side of town she was on and all of that stuff. But JoJo said, honestly, every city, small and big city in Michigan has those problems. But Detroit is a danger zone. It is with that highway, with the traffic.
And I mean, I worry about my grandsons, especially because, you know, boys or whatever. And they just graduated with the last set of my grandkids. Just graduated, the twins. And I'm looking at, you know, they got on their little suits and stuff or whatever. But I'm looking at the pictures and I'm like, whoa, they throwing up straight up gang signs. I showed it to my nephew and I was like, am I tripping? I said, I know I'm old and I don't know a lot. I said, but look at these pictures. I said, are these gang signs? And he said, absolutely.
That's crazy. Okay. What do you think about the information that I showed, though, as far as Annette's older son and that information? Welcome in, Top Flight.
I think I missed it.
Oh.
I don't know why I don't get your notifications. If I happen to be scrolling through YouTube, because I watch YouTube more than anything, even though I got paid subscriptions, to other, like HBO and all that stuff. I mainly watch YouTube. I keep saying I'm going to cancel my subscriptions. But I came in, when I looked on the thing, I said, dang, I always miss her. And it said you had been up an hour then.
Well,
so all I saw you talking about was the church. I saw you talking about the, what's the baby, Neziah's dad. And I didn't hear anything prior to that.
Welcome in, Olivia. Okay, so one thing I want to say, if you're not getting my notifications, just tap into my channel more, because YouTube sends you notifications, the channels that you watch. They do not send you notifications for every channel that you subscribe to. They only send you notifications that you watch. So whatever you love.
I think that it will pop up because I do watch it. But
Just
I always miss it. It's like every time I catch you, I swear to God, you've been on for a minute, or I'll catch it and you going off. And so what I do is just rewind the whole thing so I can see what you were talking about.
I definitely appreciate that. But no, just look for me more. I promise you'll start seeing me. Just type like MTGV, or just randomly come to my channel, and they'll start sending it to you. That's how you activate the notifications. So anybody, if y'all not getting my notifications, just tap into me more, and they'll start sending them to you. That's the best way.
As far as the ZIYAH case goes, to me, you like at the top of the list. Ain't no drama on here. You sticking straight to the facts, and that's what I like about your channel.
Well, thank you. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. I have to stick to the facts because it's about Neziah. It's about finding justice for her and getting the real answers. So I've been here, Miss V, listening. Thank you, Joy.
A lot of the stuff that I've seen on YouTube about Neziah, and I know a lot of people probably gonna get mad when I say this, but this is just what I see. I got a feeling Jarvis may end up walking or not getting as much time as he should get.
Why?
I'm telling you, because it's like, okay, because the case hasn't went to court yet. It's like it's what do they call it? When you it's not that you're tampering with the jury, but you're poisoning the jury, like the jury pool. Like, say somebody like me, all the stuff I've seen, like you hear different stuff, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, if I get on the jury, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Can he even get a fair trial in Detroit, basically, because of all the information that's been put out?
Like some of the stuff that has been dug up about Jarvis, you know what I'm saying? It's so horrible. But at the end of the day, even though they don't have a body, we know they can try a case without a body.
Absolutely.
But the thing about it is, it's so much circumstantial evidence. And if he got two good lawyers, if those lawyers are good, they can get him off.
I don't think you get enough. You know why I say it? I sat through a trial of a circumstantial case, and that was my cousin, my best friend, my first cousin. That bastard got the time that he was supposed to get, and he doing past time. Like, so I mean, circumstantial is pretty much, oh, the cookies are missing from the cookie jar and you got crumbs on your mouth. Them text messages alone, the fact that this is the 4th or 5th time he doing this, those other cases that he got, he going down, and he ain't gonna get out.
But then your program that I saw, I think it was a couple of days ago, I think it was like right before the holiday, I wanted to call in so bad, but I was so intent on listening at what you were saying as far as those text messages. I'm sorry, it wasn't you. Never mind. And I'm not going to mention
the
channel.
Please don't.
I had just got done watching you and somebody else that I watched from years ago. their channel came up and they were talking about that, and she's real good too. I went on there and looked, and I'm like, whoa! I mean, she dug deep. And I'm telling you,
send it to me when you get off. When you get off, send me to my phone.
How do I do it? Because I'm on my phone talking to you, but I got you up.
Oh, you don't know how to share a video? Share you don't know how to share on YouTube?
Just tell me how to do it, because I don't have a computer now.
Oh, okay, so when you get off the phone, you just gonna go to that channel, and then there's like a share button. It's gonna say share, and then you're gonna hit copy link, and then you're gonna paste it to do you know? I don't know if you know how to do it. If you don't know, I'll show you another time. Yeah, you could do it from your phone. You just take the arrow, hit share, and then hit copy the link. And then when you go to the phone number, when you in a message, you just press on the screen and it's gonna say paste, and then you paste it. Copy paste.
Okay, wait a minute. Don't hang up yet, because I was looking for anything.
Hold on, y'all.
That
Pink. Honestly, the size, small.
And what about the shoes?
Shoe.
The shoe that you got.
It was a small Nike shoe.
Okay.
And it was inside the onesie, which was inside out.
Okay. And were you instructed to recover those at the time?
Like bag them and bring them somewhere?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, that wasn't.
Were you? How do you, I guess, convey to someone where at these items are?
GPS coordinates.
Okay. And did you author like a paragraph report in this case?
Yes.
Okay. And did you include coordinates in that report?
Yes, and they were incorrect in that report. I just went over it yesterday. I do have the correct coordinates if you guys want those.
Okay. Yes. Could you please provide us with the correct coordinates?
Yes.
And is there something that you're going to be using to refresh your memory?
I have a piece of paper here.
Okay.
So the coordinates that were provided in the paper were for the incident command. These coordinates are very close to where that piece of clothing was found.
Okay.
They're decimal degrees, 42.426693.
Okay.
Negative 83.268497.
Okay. So the coordinates that are in your report are where incident command was kind of set up.
That's the incident command, yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's already admitted as People's Exhibit 14. And I'm going to show just some specific pictures from that. We're looking at picture 63 here. Tell me, do you recognize anything in this photo?
Yes.
What is it that you recognize?
The pink article of clothing in the shoe.
Okay. And when you initially saw these items, is that how you saw them?
No, they were just balled up in the brush, just kind of stuffed in there.
Okay.
So
sorry, continue.
I pulled them out and set them that way so the detectives would see it.
Okay. So I'm going to go to.
So y'all just heard what he just said, that thank you, Chocolate 313, for calling in. I let her go. But yeah, thank you so much. And so y'all heard what he just said, that they was kind of bought up. So the video that I ran across was the guy that actually ran across all of this information. And wasn't no police nowhere in sight. So I'm just kind of confused. And y'all know, like, this will be considered a crime scene. So once the police were there, then they don't want you in the area. So I'm trying to figure out, how did that guy record all of the stuff and it was in the state that it was in right there? It don't make sense. Hold on, y'all. I'm also putting a video in here. I'm a little distracted.
Photo 69. Is this the shoe that you had found that was inside the leg of the pink jumpsuit? Or
Yes.
onesie? Okay.
Yes, it is.
And 67. Is this
Yep.
a photo of them just from the behind?
Yes.
Okay, and you're the one who kind of took them apart and placed them separately like that.
I did.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And did you do anything else as it relates to this case?
No.
And nothing further, Judge. Oh, sorry, 1 minute. Oh, the coordinates that you gave, were those latitude, longitude?
Yes. Yep.
Nothing further, Judge. Okay.
Well, like decimal degrees. So.
Thank you.
Agent Barnes, you said that you were taking part in a search of the area of 7 Mile and Bird. Was that, how large of an area was it?
I probably searched at that point not quite half a mile of river at that point. So not a huge area.
And you said you were part of a team?
Yes.
About how many people were out there?
There was multiple counties out there assisting in the search. Honestly, I couldn't give you an exact number. Probably several dozen.
7 dozen?
Several dozen.
Several
There
dozen.
was different teams assigned to different parts of the river.
So different people were assigned to, or different teams were assigned to one like half-mile location, another half-mile location, or coordinates, I guess?
Yes, even smaller than that. Smaller.
Okay, so the lines are open still if y'all want to call. Well, never mind. I gotta I'm still trying to put this in. Did y'all want to finish watching this? It's not that much longer. I don't know who's in here that didn't see it, and since I started it, I don't want to just cut it off. Miss V, I'm not mistaken. Didn't Mark D and Roxy say they found her shoe? Yeah. Yep. I've played the videos and stuff, and they explained the whole thing that dude came after they had been there. They waited for the cops, but the cops took too long to get there. Roxy says she waited for like 3 hours. That's what, I don't know if she was exaggerating or not, but she said that they never came, so she left. So I just 2 videos to you. Yes, I did see them coming through. Thank you. I got it. Wayne T. Jackson is the actor. Brandon T. Jackson father. They had a bad reputation in the D. Wait, what? I don't know them. Brandon T. Jackson's father. So y'all from Detroit, do y'all know these people? Wayne T. Jackson and Brandon T. Jackson? But that's interesting. So if the bishop has a famous son, that'll be easy to look into things. I think those items were placed there too. Exactly, Teresa. They look placed. They look like they're placed. They fumbled this case horribly. Absolutely. And then the craziest part about it is they end up ultimately blaming the kids. Like I ran across an article and they talking about, well, yeah, it was her friends that was telling us that pretty much the friend said that she ran away. You know, they told her she ran away. And then that's what Annette was saying, because we heard Jernell them saying that. Like, yeah, Annette, she would have just kept saying that she ran away. That's what they were saying. So they said because of that, and because of what her friends said, the conversations and stuff that they had with her, they was just waiting it out, thinking that, you know, she would turn up, I guess. Well, you don't get paid to think. I mean, you get paid to do your job the right way. Okay, let me see. I think I got it in here. Okay, so we were showing this already for people that wasn't here in the beginning. I was just showing who I believe is her son that she had at 11, 12 years old. I mean, she's 61 and he would, well, according to that, I mean, I don't know if this one that was last updated, but clearly this is her son. They only 12 years apart. Okay. His name is Anthony. He has a son. She was ringing her own bell right here. What happened to you, Anthony? Yes, your mama looking good though. So we got 51 and 63. 1974 and 1961. But that ain't what I came here for. Hold on. Let's see.
But I'll be playing myself as the news reporter on this murder scene here. You see, we got DPD in the building. What's going on, dog? Where we at? Nah, he don't want to talk.
Oh, me? Oh, we on Finkle, Wyoming.
What we doing?
Shooting the movie.
What movie?
Born in it. The miniseries. It is. Born in the miniseries.
So the miniseries is called Born in It. It'll be on Tubi. And this is one of, I believe, 2 scenes that I'll be shooting today. And we got a cadaver over there next to the house. So I'm about to wait for them to set up. But I'll be playing myself as the news reporter on this.
Now that wasn't a video I was trying to pull up either, but shout out to Mark D. I did want to show y'all that he gonna be in a movie. Now this is something that one of my sleuths sent me, a picture of the gate that's near the church that Annette goes to. I think I might have put this up already, but she was saying that it was a little girl that was unalived here, right here, and Kai's Corner is what it's called, but this is right around where her church is at, and it was just another location that she was thinking that they need to go check. And then I had put another video in here that I can't find right now. Oh, maybe it just didn't come through. This thing need to quit playing with me. Hold on, y'all. Let me let him keep talking.
Sections in that, yeah, just to keep guys fresh.
And was it like a coordinated effort then to kind of sweep this area?
Yes.
So you're just walking like in a straight line, or?
For the most part.
Can you describe kind of how that looks?
Yeah, so in the river, I'll go from the river to the banks. So in the river, you have different teams wearing dry suits, using technology, looking for anything that resembles a body, and then sticks to kind of push stuff loose, and then they're searching the log jams in the river. Then you have guys on the edge of the river, because the water level was high, so we wanted to cover the river banks as well, which the water level was high.
Ain't all wrong, Debbie.
Become lower. Then you have
how you doing, Debbie?
Teams on the banks, and then teams kind of doing an S pattern along the river edge to make sure they cover as much ground as possible.
Thank you.
I believe it.
And so you said that on this particular day, the water level was high?
No, the water level was high the week prior or so. So we wanted to make sure that we covered the river banks where the water was. The water was back to its normal level.
Was there a way to tell where the water level had been previously? Is there a way to mark that?
Sometimes it's just where debris.
Thank you, BFF.
In the brush. It was maybe a foot higher, but it wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was you personally that saw the pink onesie first, or the pink thing that you initially saw?
Yes.
Did you take pictures of it, how it looked when you initially found it?
I didn't.
This made me mad, actually.
Would you normally do something like that?
There's just so much stuff. I wasn't taking all day if I'd taken a picture of everything I found. So
but you stopped and kind of moved it, manipulated it.
I pulled it up to inspect it, noted that it was worthy of reporting, set it back down, radioed it in.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. And I said then when I first played this, it's a horrible to do that. If you know that you're going to touch something, whether you know what it is or not, you should take a picture because you want it to be in the state that the killer kept it in. Like you want it exactly like that. And this is not the first case that I've seen this happen with the Jelani Day case. We don't know if y'all planted it or not. Like, I mean, so they need to handle cases as if, you know, they could be looked at as the dang on criminal. Could you be the one placing it and picking it up too? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it need to be a practice. Don't touch it unless you take a picture. If you think you're going to touch it, take a picture because it makes no sense. And then this further supports the guy that went out there taking the picture. It was already like this. So when did he put it like that? Because like what cop doing an investigation would let a regular person just recording on live be right there up on the evidence that he's collecting? That don't make sense to me. I don't have it right now, man, but we gonna have to continue this. And I gotta put that video in there because this part right here don't make no sense. If you do an investigation, you wouldn't have nobody on the scene recording. And I promise y'all, this stuff was like that when that guy was recording. And I literally just seen that. And I was like, what? How is it like that? And then I thought about this guy. And now we talking about it. So I gotta pull that up. Not now, though, because we already...
And how far did you set it down from the location where you initially located
Same
it?
spot.
Exact same spot?
Same brush.
Okay.
So we going to be continue that part because that's the part I don't like. You know, yeah, we just gonna come back and continue that part. And then this is the part that I was trying to wait. What is
But I'll be playing myself as a news reporter on this murder.
Now, like all this big, like now, like kids, you know, coming forward, adults coming forward, you know, a lot of people coming forward, and that's good. I feel like that's good because it's good for the community. I feel like everybody, you know, we should want the community to be safe, not just for us, but for the kids, you know, to change lives, you know.
Same mom, same dad?
Same mom, different dad.
Okay, where's your dad?
I think they said my dad was deceased last time. You know, I checked in. Said my dad was deceased, but her dad passed away before she went missing.
Have you ever seen her dad physically? Like met him?
Yeah, I have. He pulled up on me one day. You know, we chopped it up, went out to eat. You know, he just kicked it with me. You know, cause I ain't really meet him like that. I ain't never get to meet, you know, my sister dad like that.
So you didn't know him until the disappearance. You never met him.
Like, I knew, like, she had a dad, you know, I knew he was coming around and stuff, but I ain't never, like, known him personally.
So basically, when he found out she disappeared, that's when he probably, like, connected with you a little bit more.
Soon, he was trying to, like, you know, want to, you know, help me out, you know. But now, like, all this.
See how they told him his dad would, like, just the way that he said it. And I remember ZIYAH's father saying that he had a conversation with Vari, but and then just the way that he answered, well, I knew she had a dad. Of course, everybody got a dad. Like, you know, it's just, that's the only explanation he got about his father. So Fire said, Anne is a glass door. Wait, what was a glass door? I probably missed it. Shout out to Debbie Smith. She said, love what you do, Miss V. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that. You rock, Debbie. Is Chris Brown out yet? I know they said he was arrested. Then they told me he was out. But we gonna let him dance up in here for Debbie. Shout out to you. Let's go. out to you. Let's go. Shout out to Debbie. Thank you so much, Sleuth. I appreciate it, fam. I greatly appreciate it. Miss V, if I'm not mistaken, did Mark D and Roxy say? Oh, I read that. Boy, how do I find myself on the same comments? Boy, I suck at this part. The whole family is shady. You got that right. That's what it's looking like. Well, Vari is, yeah, he was born in it too. Like, he was raised up in that mess too. He gotta have some guilt. He was a kid too, and he was forced to do the same stuff. It's unfortunate that it's not easy to get rid of this docile, what is it? Stockholm syndrome. I don't know what the heck. If they putting hexes on these, I don't know. Like, how do they get them to be so loyal? You know what I'm saying? Like, even the cousin, even Kiwana's sister had a loyalty. If you listen to how she explained the story, she even had a loyalty, knowing that they did something to her, you know, and she basically said that she still had this loyalty to them, still wanting to be around them. It's almost like they're putting I don't know what it's called, hexes on people. Like, I don't even like to talk about it much, but it's sounding that way. Like, what are you doing to them to make them that stupid? I mean, I hate to lack of better words, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if law enforcement knows some type of ring, and if she is alive, they know that she's gonna be and never coming back. So everybody doing the reading is saying that she is no longer here, and I don't want to discredit them at all, because we do know that the cops do use them to help assist and stuff like that. It just don't hold up in court, but they do use them. So they all saying she gone. I think before they did the search, they should have informed them to take pictures of things they touched before. But then again, that's common sense. You would think that it would be. Like, I understand that the way that they were describing it is if it was almost like a landfill. Because I remember Shannon Jones talking about it. She said it was stuff everywhere. Some things were more weathered than other things, and you just didn't know what you was picking up until you picked it up. Well, don't pick it up unless you take a picture first. That's it. Because if you move it, then you've manipulated it. It's not the same way that it was left. I mean, and it might still not be the same way that it left, but at least just say, this is the state that I found it in. This is what the killer was thinking, you know. Virtuous, welcome in. Virtuous Vanjie, welcome in. Thank you for dropping down. Y'all, please smack the thumbs up if you haven't got a chance to. We need them thumbs up. Shout out to all y'all in the building. Remember, one of the twins said that Annette's son is law enforcement. Yep, his name Chris, allegedly, is what Dre said. Okay. All right, so I just want to, yes, definitely a lot of brainwashing, but it seemed deeper. It seems witchcrafty. You know what I'm saying? Rain of Fire actually mentioned it. She said that somebody is doing some dark, deep root work to keep this hidden. And then there is said to be some witches. I promise you, I seen witches sitting on the church benches. Witches and benches. Or was it witches and bit? We'll keep it clean and cute. Detroit mentality. They like big courts. That's what it's looking like. I heard one of Jarvis's old stomping grounds was Palmer Park area in the Heights. Oh, okay. That was 6 Mile and Woodruff. is known, ooh, like a hoe. What? And you know they keep them in certain areas. They all got to register. They can't be close to schools. Where do they live? But you know what? We also know how easy it is for them to not even have to stay on the registry. Look at all the mess they had to go through to get them back on the registry. Jernell and them, they the reason why he back on there according to them. It just sounds like it's easy for them to slip through the fingers. And then they got Fall Guys. You know what? I just thought about that, y'all. It just popped in. Remember when he told her to wipe everything down? And I'm like, why? First of all, why she ain't in jail? Or was he just trying to make her a fall guy? Because it kind of seemed like they were setting it up. When Shannon told the story of Neziah asking her about Outer Drive in Balfour, that's where Latricia Johnson live at. Then we got Jarvis on the phone with her talking about wipe down everything got touched and all this and get your mama car and, save yourself or whatever he said. All that shady talk. Could he have been setting it up, trying to make it look like she was involved? By saying, I don't know. But if she was involved, don't y'all think she would be arrested by now? But that conversation was just stupid to me. Like, what do they know of me? Like, you sound like you got something to do with it. Then we know from my live from a couple times ago, his girlfriend, Nay. She was on the phone talking, and I don't think she knew she was being recorded, but she was talking and telling information that he was supposed to come over there that night. And he called her, and then he used these people to his advantage. And I think it is to make them, he used them in every way possible. A conversation from jails are recorded. Jarvis knows that. Exactly. So why would you say that? They be knowing that stuff, but I'm telling you, it's like they forget or they stupid. They don't think that they're going to listen to their phone calls. They all know it. Shoot, when I'm on a jail call, I be more conscious of what's being said than the person that I'm talking to. So they get real comfortable on them jail calls. I be like, don't you know we ain't on the call alone? The whole department is listening right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, minimize, say less. Like, because I see how them phone calls end up on the internet too. Who the heck is leaking the jail calls? That's crazy. R. Kelly jail calls leaked, and then that radio host boyfriend or whatever. I don't know these people, but these are the jail calls that I've been seeing. I've seen R. Kelly and that one. Dang, what is her name? Strawberry Letter Lady. I never followed any of that, but. So I feel like he did it on purpose. Oh, yeah. So as far as that, I'm not sure if you're talking about the unaliving or the pregnancy, but literally in interrogation. And because, I'm a bring that up, but literally, not now, because we got to get out of here. But literally, he said in interrogation that she said she wanted to be pregnant. She said she wanted to have a baby. And I told her, girl, I'm going to beat your ass. I told her just like that. Like, what? That, okay. But he said that, though. Stupid. He definitely said that. He said a lot in interrogation.
You big dummy. You big dummy.
Thinking he's slick. Thinking he outsmarting everybody.
Hey y'all, I'm Rainbow. No, don't pay them. Come down to 3 miles. But hey, viewers. You're right here at this car. All right. Hey, followers. Hey y'all, I'm Rainbow.
So in this video, I was looking past them and I'm like, okay, they was by 3 Mile and something else somewhere else. And I'm thinking that's like a park, or I don't know if it was just apartments that they were at. But whoever was on the phone at this little event, they was telling how to get there, where it was at, what it was by and all that. I could probably drive straight to that place. People put too much on social media and don't even realize it. All these women look like they are from the east side. And they are absolutely from the east side, because he meet them conveniently. The one Nay, she's not on here. Oh, and Rolanda. Remember last time I was live, I said Jarvis got a tattoo on his something. I don't remember where it was at. But that's the one he got tatted, baby. Rolanda. She's something else. She got a girlfriends and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched a video of her. She got a girl to come. She was telling this girl how sexy and bad she was and all that. The girl came up there on her live and they made a date right there in front of everybody. I'm telling you, like, I said, dang, look at her. She got some pimping skills. I don't know how slow she is, but she definitely was drunk. I mean, a lot of drinking going on. Something happened there. Welcome in, Alma. How you doing today? If Jarvis didn't meet them on a chat line, it was by the shop. Okay? Very convenient. And then, that's what I was saying. What was her name? Nay. She lived... She's the one that he kept calling. She's the one that he was coming over there getting money. She didn't have a car. She didn't have children. She had a job though. So everyone that he dealt with, you know how they say women like to build a Inga, right? Each one of them had a qualification that he liked, and it might take 100 of them to meet all qualifications. But that's how he rock them. Like, oh, she good for this, she good for that. That's what he do. If you around him, he's using you some kind of way. The Mucinex twins. He's using them some kind of way for his benefit. He ain't gonna talk to you all month or all couple weeks until that pay period come around. Or what else do they all get? They all get checks. So every first and third, he collecting his money. So hey, you gonna get out there and make his money some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? He's a loser, a user, and an abuser. And a bunch of women that was around him taught him that. That's the most disgusting part. The women around him taught him that. And her face say that she had a hard life. A hard life. But he looked just like his mama. I mean, because the nose is everything. And he got her nose. But that's really disgusting, man. Just because I ain't seen no daddy yet. But I see all these women feeding their children to the belly of the beast. And they all deserve to be locked the hell up.
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to jail. You going to jail. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to jail. You going to jail. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going nanny boo boo.
Yeah, he's ugly to me too. I could never call nobody fine like no. And plus he ain't fine. He's a lame. That dude wouldn't have turned my head to look at him. I can look at First of all, look at his feet. That's it. Look at his mouth. Like, dude, you can't win me over with no yuck mouth. He's disgusting. Absolutely. And he got exactly who would deal with that. Slow Joes just like him. That's it. If a woman didn't buy it, he ain't got it. Just when he was on that phone call and he was telling her, you know, what all the Latricia Johnson, he telling her what all they took. Wasn't none of it his. They took they guns, they knife, they whatever he was saying, it wasn't his. What a loser. He ain't doing nothing but running his mouth and shoes over. Well, to them, he's doing a lot. He could put the Mac down real hard for them. Don't Jarvis mama favorite lady? Oh my God. No. Lady was, man, she was a pretty woman, pretty girl, like, and just ruined. On purpose. Ruined on purpose. What is this? Oh, him. And that's all the evidence, y'all. Let me go to that if I can find it quick enough. I knew it was something I was forgetting. Let's go over some of the evidence they collected. I mean, y'all could see it. Ain't no telling where that screenshot at. Now I wonder who told her that. Y'all looking at that screenshot. Oh, she was spotted on Warren and East Mac. They got, see, look at all them tablets they got written on there. It's several tablets that they've taken. And they named, that's from Jarvis, wherever he was living at. But we're gonna continue this tomorrow, y'all, because I gotta put some more stuff together. I didn't get a chance to put everything in here that I wanted to present, but we'll put some more stuff in here. So Marquita Man turned on her, but they still living together, just trifling. Well, hell, I mean, to him, he not turning on her. He just telling the truth because he want justice for ZIYAH. And he said that they was moving funny around him and he ain't like it. So that's funny though, how that ended up. Cause it's like, I don't know. When you talk to him, it's like he's kind of sneaking or whatever. But it all came out, didn't it? And that's what make you know, like, that whole sweet tart thing is kind of clear when you look at stuff like that. Bed bugs. Welcome in, Super Shana. Hey girl, the house is torn down. I want to know how she passed. I want to know too. I want to know what happened to the granny. What was him and his sister into it about? Because whatever it was, she did not want to talk about it. It hurt like hell. It was something deep, seemed like. Because ever since the exchange during the preliminary hearing, I've been wondering, JoJo. He probably scared. He might be right at home. He like violating, so I mean, he should be expecting that to happen. Do you know her name? I really want to look into this. Whose name? Oh, his mom? His granny name is Hattie Butts, and his mother name is Brenda. Brenda Butts, I guess, and Hattie Butts. You welcome. So, JoJo, do you think this is his mother or his grandmother? I'm not sure. Let me, is this his mother or grandmother? I bet she was a pretty woman at some point in her life. I don't know what happened to her or, or how these families came together, but now that was one of the craziest things. If Annette fostered his daughter, that's crazy. The closest thing that I know is that Shannon hangs with one of his daughters. And Dre said that he didn't know if that was her on the prime picture because he ain't never seen her dressed up. He says she has a haircut like a boy. And I ran across her profile picture. I mean, her page a long time ago that showed that. And I knew then. I said, I mean, anytime that's happening, that's a sign that something happened. I was saying Dre. Oh, Dre is probably scared. Oh, okay. He did seem that way, but he said he not. I think that's his mom looking like the granny. Okay, yeah, she looked bad. Fire, yes, she do too, I think. Do Tijuana have kids? One thing that I noticed with her, I don't know, because her Facebook page is really covered because she had to, because she was getting harassed so bad. And only thing I could find there is that she had a husband that died. And I can't remember what year it was, but that's the only picture. Her profile picture and her the backdrop picture. I forgot what it's called over there. But that's it. And then like the one post that she posted, because people were harassing her, and she had made a post, and that's where I seen her brother, because they got another brother that he's a little bit darker complected, that he was like, they ain't met this brother yet. I'm the one that'll do this, that, and the third. And as a matter of fact, he was on my thumbnail last time. So if y'all didn't check out the live stream from, what was it titled, Generational Dysfunctional Curse, that was a good one. I'm gonna put it in the description, in the chat, but as a matter of fact, it ain't gonna be clickable. But just check out my last live stream if y'all didn't. It looked like we got 174 thumbs up. I appreciate that. I definitely, for my replay sleuths, please help us get over. We want to get 1,000 thumbs up, y'all, every video. But I thank y'all for the 175 thumbs up that we have right now. Yes, that is his name. Yep, Fire. He's dark-skinned and has an obituary. Now, the one with the obituary, I talked about him. His name was Jarrell. I don't know how he passed, but if you didn't check out that live stream, check that out too. I got a whole playlist. Yep, Jarrell is the brother that passed away. He was a soldier. And to me, it just, I know that Jarvis went to jail for a while, but it don't seem like, I haven't found nothing that he was really involved on any of his brother's posts or anything like that. But I mean, it looked like is that what it was? Because that's what it sounded like when I was reading, when I went on his page and I seen that person saying, I should have called you when you said call and stuff like that. I thought about that. Wow. Dang, JoJo. Welcome in, Jazzy. All right, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all no more. I gotta get my butt off of here anyway. But thank y'all so much for tuning in and being active in the chat and all of that and hitting the thumbs up. It's definitely appreciated. We need that. We definitely need that. So y'all check out my other content. Y'all could binge watch. We got several playlists, and you can just check everything out from there. Let me see. Where's my little video? Dang, did I delete that? I probably did. I did. No, I didn't. Are you a true crime sleuth looking to binge watch great content? Come on into my channel where I have a variety of videos, shorts, live streams, podcasts, playlists, members only videos, and also we have Posts. Posts is a place where I share upcoming live streams, videos, calls to action, polls, quizzes, pictures, and ongoing conversations. Stand out and become a member with badges and special members emojis. Thank you for your like and subscription. Are you a true crime? Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. For sharing. For sharing. For sharing me. Thank you. Let me see what y'all saying. This was good. You do a good job, Miss V. Thank you so much, Clint. If I'm saying that right, because I'm thinking it's pronounced Lynn, but Clint. But thank you. I appreciate that. Too blessed to be stressed. I think I remember you from if this is the one I'm thinking, did you follow the Kanika Jenkins case with why can't I think of his dang name? God dang it. I cannot think of his name, but it was in 2017, or 2018, when the case first happened. Oh, King Rob. I'm thinking, no, it was a smaller group. I used to see you over there. It was John Frank Joy. But the main one I used to follow, I cannot think of his dang old name. Yeah, and he lived in Chicago. His daughter, he was going through custody with his daughter, and he ended up getting custody of her. This is you? Okay. Good seeing you. I remember you. That's why I even came on YouTube. I remember everybody that I met first. I didn't personally meet you because I used to be I was in the clouds. I never, and I know I talk about people being in the bushes, but when you first come on YouTube, you don't know about YouTube. So I would just go in there and watch. I was actually I ain't saying nothing because they used to be fighting and all kind of stuff. It used to be crazy. But anyway, too blessed to be stressed. They literally, today Kanika birthday, right? I heard and then they got her a new headstone and they was out at the gravesite. So that's just something that I see you and you're connected to the case. So, you seen it. Okay. Love the amazing work. Shout out to Teresa. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate that. She said, YouTube boo. Yes, that's the first case that got me into crime. I mean, that I never have followed a case like that. I was losing sleep. I was crying, all kind of stuff. And that really got me into it. And then there was a little girl, Anaya Day, and that's what got me here. So, but I'm not going to bore y'all. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. Top Flight says, great live. See you next time. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Lady, who is Martha? Martha. I don't think I've seen that name anywhere. But we definitely can double check. I appreciate you, love. I love your channel. New subby here. Yes, I'm so happy to have you. And thank you for being a new sub. Yes, ma'am. So, okay, y'all. Thank y'all so much. She said, I'm not connected to the case, though, but I'm from the J4K sector. Yep, since 2017. Yep. Thanks for having me. Yes, yeah, I remember a lot of people that I met first. You don't forget that stuff because that was before I would only come on here to go. It was actually watch out. I'm gonna remember his dang on name soon as I get off. But anyway, that's so annoying. Go look at Jamaria Sessions case. Okay. That name sounds familiar. Welcome in, Juanita. Mine too. Then it was Alexis Morales. Oh my God. Like, who was it? TBZ talked about Alexis Morales because Candace Starr did a reading on her. She said Kanika Jenkins was Candace Starr's first reading ever. And Kanika is her spiritual guide. Like when she was talking about ZIYAH and she was saying Kanika. Thank you to Kanika, and she was talking to Kanika too. Like, yeah, it's just something that, anyway, everything is a sign. But yes, Alexis Morales is still not solved. That's a case that I got a list. I have a playlist of Alexis Morales with a lot of information because I was tracking the baby daddy and the sister and one of my content creator friends. They had the family on and I got some of that, and it was a lot. It was a lot with that case. And then the baby was found alive and the mom was unalive, but the baby, that was amazing. But it's so much, y'all. We don't get the justice we need. And that's what we here for, to keep the word out, keep their names alive and all of that. So with that being said, I gotta check on that. Where are they? And like nobody is unsolved. That's where it's at, and it's really sad. That poor baby gotta grow up and learn that story about his mom, and his last moments with his mother. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make this go viral by sharing it. I have a great yesterday. Shout out to my replay fam. Thank you. Y'all help us get to 1,000 thumbs up. You deserve it. Thank you, BFF. Thank y'all all for tuning in. Now please hit that thumbs up and take a shot on the way out. real Karen. Did it really? Wow. Thank you for having me. No, thank you for being here. I remember you well. Peace and love, y'all. We out.